Alright, here we are. Another red-green, but not the same thing. Let's keep this hand. I've got a Teamer mid-range deck for you today. Deck tech to follow this week. This is just the preview. Oh, I like that recruiter. Let's take that recruiter. It's a good one. Blue black, what does that mean? We lead on brawler or recruiter? I think we'll lead on recruiter. Because if our opponent doesn't do anything, which is more likely he won't do anything in the early turns. Esper. Our opponent's also on something different. Okay, recruiter down. Would have taken the Hellion if we had a 2-drop already. Help us curve out a bit more mana efficient. But now we can play 2-drop. If we draw another 2-drop, we've got rebuff as well as backup. Just depends if they tap out here or not. Alright, let's punish them. Pressing Hydra, great against control, obviously. If we get to untap, I think it's going to be hard for them to remove it. Okay. Only playing 21 lands because we've got Oath plus the energy generator. I think this card's actually pretty well positioned against non-Ishkanar decks. We're getting a bit flooded. Even if we had threats in our hand right now, we don't need to tap out for them. Let's not worry about that. We're drawing a lot of lands. This Hydra has just quietly done a huge amount of damage. I think we get a bit unlucky. We play a lot of threats. A lot. There's another Harness Lightning. We'll play the extra lands because if we rip a recruiter off the top, that's what recruiter's going to do work. Our opponent's on 7 from Bristling Hydra. What does he do to this? He could wrath it. Let's try and pump up the jam. Well, we're all in on this Hydra at the moment, so we're going to go for it again. What a huge, wow, fat stacks, fat stacks. Any energy producer does it. Oh, it's a lot of lands. 1, 2, 5, 8, 9 lands. Plus we bottomed one, I think, with Oath. We're gonna have to bluff. We need either fade or removal spell for a turn. Okay, that's a land from our opponent. Okay, they haven't got it. If they had it. Finally, we drew some gas though. Let's see if he has some. Oh, I can just animate the shambling vent. That's fine. Yep. We'll eat that shambling vent up. Opponent's going to block with shambling vent. If he has a removal spell here, oh my god, I skipped turn. I'm bad. That was a mistake. That's just sometimes on Moto Online it happens. Kalatas. Harness Lightning wins the game for us. If we, okay, yeah. That's right. If we had played our tracker and land last turn, he would have been dead this turn. I think. Oh, we got there. Alright, so against control, there's not a whole lot to bring in. I like some number of Samurai's rejection. I like the Harness Lightnings. He could be playing Avacyn. I think I like the Planeswalkers, like Chandra's. I don't mind a Tusk. I don't mind a couple of Ceremonious Rejections either, because you can see he's playing that Devoid counterspell, so that's a 1-mana counter to that. Do I want the Clippings for Avacyn? I'm not sure. What's the cut though? Everything we have is so above the curve that I don't want to cut my Oaths of Nissa or my Attunes or my Blossoming Defense. They're all very good. I might just have to trim. Hydra's just amazing though if it ever resolves. Everything we have is quite good against control, really. It's possible that we don't even need these rejections. I think if I bring in the 2 Chandras, we just... It's so hard to trim Hydra after that. He just done so well. I think what's lowest impact here? What's low impact? The ramp is good. Ramp's really good. So maybe Tracker, even though it represents some card draw, it's kind of a grindy card, and we don't want to grind against these guys. We just want to get in there and smack them in the face with Hellion. I get behind that. To be honest, I'm not sure if Hellion or Tracker is the right card. It could be being 4 Tracker 2 Hellion could be the real deal. We're going to keep this. This is a turn 3 Bristling Hydra. There is a lot to do here. We're going to lead on Servant. Oh, he didn't get a blue? Oh, he had Deadweight. Righto. It's alright. Because we can immediately untap and punish. Hellion's great, but sometimes it can be hard to keep him on the board, especially after Ishkanar. Alright, so we've just... This is the cost of playing blue. You're not going to always have it. That's fine. I wouldn't actually counter this Glimmer even if I did have rebuff up. Yeah, Hellion is a hard card to evaluate. I mean, most energy decks are not playing this, and there's a good reason for that. We'll pump up the jam. Hope he's not activating Shell event because it's going to have a bad time. That's a blowout. He should have just played that main phase. $10 damage. Not messing around. I wonder if there's a Fumigate in my future. If there is, I can slam Hydra and say go. Alright, I think our opponent is dead. Essence extraction to try and survive. It is. I'm going to shoot down whatever he targets. He has to actually target the Hellion, which won't be intuitive. We're going to shoot this down. Kill our own guy. Essence extraction does not gain him any life. And he can't block both. Deck tech for this deck is going to be put up tomorrow. Hopefully I can showcase what it's about. It's not playing too bad, looks interesting. I am sort of seeking out other ways to take it. What we got there? See you next time.